Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming, we're back in a Watch Your Realms, and this is the Dev Insight. So let's go and have a look at what they've got to say. Question 1. Nerf, Infrid and Pope. This game stands on these two heroes for a lot of people in the arena unplayable. Some people get 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 of them in 30 summons and can't get a single one from 200. These two make it unbelievable gaps in Guild Wars, Semram, yeah it does. They really need to be updated or upgraded some other heroes so that they make the game diverse and fun. Absolutely 100% true. I know exactly how you feel. I have Ingrid and Pope on one account and I have a Pope on the other, and before Pope I didn't have any of them on that account, and there was certainly a gap in my account that has been plugged somewhat by having a Pope on there. Absolutely true. There will be more heroes that offer other powerful play styles in the future. This will include new factions. Okay, in the future, but how far away? I'm going to imagine that is middle of the year before we see that, but there you go. Please bring back Corridor of Glory events at least twice a month. The players thank you in advance. Thank you for your support. The event will be reintroduced this week. It has been. Appreciate the players affected towards Corridor of Glory event. Please refer to the in-game announcement or the events calendar for detailed references of the game future events. Moving on, we will adjust the game's frequency of releasement to better fit players' needs. Well, you said that before and you didn't do it, did you? You said that before and then there was a gap of 6 weeks, but it is back this week. It was back last week and it used to be on a weekly banner, so we can, fingers crossed, that is now back on and it's coming round again weekly. Okay, so here's the next one. It's just gone straight into Google Translate. The question is about the dragon. It would be great if it were possible to save equipment in auto battles as it was done with the arena. I can't get 50k blood because I often change equipment. Yeah, that's been going on for a long time. It will be considered in the future. The application on other play modes will be prioritised. Well, yeah, okay. This keeps coming up, gear lock, and you keep not doing it. So we'll have to wait and see on that. These great search bars for the equipment is not saved. I can no longer look for items or sets out of the 50 that I have. Sometimes something simple. I want to be able to search for a name of a character or name of the sets I created. Thanks for your feedback. We'll consider other methods that are more convenient to search for gear plans. Okay, so someone using gear plans massively, there we go. Make some adjustments to gear UI to make it our lives easier, make it possible to review the items like in the sell menu, but with the option to enhance, mass enhance if possible, create tags and then add the pieces that we like, junk, reroll, good pieces, etc., because it's difficult to remember the pieces I had with good substats and bad rolls. Yes, when you also have so many pieces to have to search through, searching like a menu with 3 pieces each row. Thanks for your feedback. We are looking into the issue and we consider making adjustments in the future. Okay, hopefully so. Question 6. Arena is tedious and frustrating. I shouldn't be punished for having 100k more BP than the opponent because it messes up the timings. All that matters in the arena is precise timing. Suggestions. Set the BP of the enemies to whoever is highest, not the defending team, or change arena entirely. I'd be up for that. Do something new or exciting in your game. New heroes are not new or exciting. Exciting content. This game is clumsy, stall, frustrating, and increasingly unfun to play. Yeah, probably. Thanks for your feedback. Moving forward, we are planning to update some new PvP maps. New maps would be nice to improve the situation. Okay, well, you've got 2 heroes that keep getting mentioned and they are too powerful for the rest of the game. You should have jumped on it when you first found out. Okay, please fix arena so that auto battles do exactly what you saved. Post lightning strike goes off at random times during rounds 7 and 8. Also, your defense team drill master does not work. The enemies do not have the same stats as they do in the actual battles. As per previous recommendations from you, I have discussed this with my guild and it didn't fix the problems. If you can't get regular arena to work properly, I'm afraid to see what live arena will bring. Brings much the same, there's just a longer queue and a wait for it, and you can only do it at set times. The random strike occurs when there is no subsequence or input recorded. We have fixed this issue and we will be patched it in the next version update. Okay, well, we'll see about that then. Okay, please fix More about the arena, more arena. Please fix anti-air arena. There is no reason that mages like Ingrid and Pope should be dominating full marksman teams. This issue can be fixed if the magic defense and magic resistance in the waves are much higher. Marksman teams should be the meta in the air arena, not AoE mages. We are continuously making improvements in every version, and we have noticed this issue. You should have done. It's been going for months, and we will consider designing some new heroes to counter mages in this play mode. Okay, yeah, new heroes, and there'll be ancients, and you have to buy the ancients, and then you hope to get them. And that's a fair assumption. I think it's a fair call. There you go. Everyone is paid money to get Ingrid and Pope. You don't want to upset, so that's what we're stuck with. Any chance you can get a review of some of the older awakenings, like a guaranteed crit on the hits as A5 Salazar, or 100% damage, or 100% damage for King Hearts, a tank as A3. This makes no sense. Please look into reworking these and some others. It'd be great if it didn't take a year to do these changes. Yeah, the King's buffing is already on the schedule. But where on the schedule? He's asking it not to take a year, and you said it's on the schedule. That doesn't give anything. You said for a lot of heroes, and I'm sort of trying to map out all your dev insights to notice when you said these heroes are getting buffed, because you've mentioned a lot, and a lot of them aren't getting buffed. We should be seeing buffs on these older heroes every update, and it wouldn't be a surprise, it wouldn't be an issue, because they're constantly evolving, but you seem to drag your heels on it quite a lot, which is a shame. I just want to leave some feedback suggestions. One, we have so many heroes, and two, types of Soulstones for legendaries. We need a way to earn, get reset books, so we can make adjustments as needed based on hero pools or content, etc. Two, legendary Soulstones and unpolished Soulstones are too rare. We appreciate the generosity with unpolished Soulstones lately, but these are one-time things and do not reliably get a way to get them. We need a way to also earn polished and unpolished Soulstones other than guild boss rewards, because they are too rare. Most of us have never gotten one from it. Okay, we already have plans to increase a drop of legendary Soulstones. That is just the drop rate, I'm assuming, because they said they wouldn't introduce a pity counter to it, so you won't get pity. It will just be on RNG. So if the RNG is being upped, then maybe you will get more. Fingers crossed. 1500 epic coins for a single ancient crystal in the tavern is okay. Arena is competitive. Most of us just get into Plat 3 range. That's almost 2 months of grinding for a single crystal. Can you make it guaranteed legendary? Can you make it a guaranteed legendary? Okay, 2 months of work to earn a ancient seems fair to me. Seems fair to me. Okay. We're continuously making improvements to the Apex store based on the status of related exchanging data. You're not. You haven't updated it for a long time. You update season rewards and changes on it, but actual changes to the shop and its design and costumes and things, you don't do that. We need more ways to get hero reset books, although I appreciate this is one you gave us for Christmas. I'm sure that most of us have used a lot of unpolished Soulstones, skill crystals early on heroes that are no longer useful. Please give us a way or more ways to obtain them more frequently. There are no detailed plans to allow more reset books to be obtained right now, so that's it. Reset books, that's what you've got. Keep hold of. Increase Gold Dragon extra bonus reward from 15k to 150k XP per level. Let consistent players have a nice reward at the end of each month for playing. Nice enough not to trouble themselves with XP raids for the following month. And if they keep playing every month, never. Okay, the rewards for Golden Dragon Pass will be considered to increase. I'd be surprised if they do, certainly not to that level, because they've actually made XP raids for you to go and do, so I'd be surprised if they actually do that. But it'd be nice to see if they got increased anyway. There should be material, either other use for green shards or something new that we can use to lock a gear substat without re-rolling it, so it doesn't change when the rest of the gear is reforged. Example, you have a piece of gear with a gold stat and a bunch of low blue on everything else. You use the lock the gold and then use reforge hammers to change only the other 3 substats. Thank you for your feedback. We will discuss and make improvements to the reforging content related to gear. Okay, yeah, particularly if you do on ancient gear as well, that'd be really nice, wouldn't it? But we'll have to wait and see what they actually do with that. The roadmap for Guild Boss 1 Nightmare 5 difficulty shows that difficulty. I would like to propose some changes to the way rewards work. Chest level is no longer random. The level of chest you earn is based on which milestone you made it to. The highest milestone always drops the highest level of chest. The chest in the middle drops the middle priority, and the lowest drops the lowest priority. Okay, yeah. For example, Nightmare 4 milestones, milestone 5, 50k will always drop a legendary chest. Milestones 3 and 4 drop epic. Milestones 1 and 2 drop a rare. That makes sense. Remove farmable materials from prime drops. There are 3 drops each chest. The primary drop should only be diamonds, ancient/divine summons, or soul stones. The secondary should be non-farmable enchanting mats, and the rest can be farmable mats or currency. Pity time of a guild boss. Guild boss rewards to guarantee a minimum of rewards: 1/weekly divine summon, quarter unpolished soulstone, yearly legendary soulstone. But okay. Nightmare 5, you should have a mythic level chest with only gold level items in the pool. We will consider your suggestion and add it to Nightmare 5 difficulty after we finish planning and decision making. Okay, so maybe it will go ahead. I was always surprised that when you got up to the top level, it didn't give you the top level reward all the time. I did find that odd at the very least. Take artifact material raid more worthwhile to farm. Gear raid has forged materials and demon soldiers on top of gear. Soft material just has artifact materials. Okay. EMR. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah. Relative materials that can be used to forge exclusive artifacts is on the drop list of some of the current artifact raid stages. We'll keep watching the status of the materials obtained. No, that's what they said. Not going to do that. Demon Soldier shards in the Dwarven shop are not really worth the price. Could you please be kind as buff them significantly? Thanks in advance. It's recommended for players to obtain most Demon Soldiers from repeating battles. There will be other approaches to obtain more Demon shards in the future. Well, we used to have the Crusades, but you've stopped that for some reason. I quite like the Crusades, but you seem to have not pushed ahead with that, which is a bit of a shame. And the shards aren't going to get used because we don't get enough guild coins anyway, even with the 35 per battle when Season 7 starts. Seeing as there is no hammer for ancient gear, remove the limit that allows us only 1 substat to be refined on ancient gear. Given how rare the ancient refines are and how frequently ancient gear gets multiple low rolls, it will remove that feeling of a piece of gear being dead when getting multiple poor rolls on a piece of good substats. We are collecting and sorting everyone's suggestions, and we will be finding more appropriate ways to improve gear enhancements. There we go. We appreciate everyone's feedback. I tried to awaken my Hex with a copy of Hex. Congratulations on getting a copy of Hex. Some of us are still waiting for our first one. I just received from summons. However, my Soulstone was accidentally used instead. Can you please reverse this, as it is absolutely not what I attempted to do. Also suggest please add an are you sure screen when polished or unpolished Soulstones. I hope I can please reverse this. Is not an abuse. Thanks for the feedback. We will add a pop-up window that asks for confirmation the action for the second time in the next version update. Okay, so that will add a pop-up window, but no news on whether you're going to be able to reverse that process at all. I'm thinking no, but there you go. UX part suggestions. Players make 3 to 4 sequence taps each time they return to the main screen from stages of raid. All subscreens such as gear raid, artifacts, etc. stages 1 to 99 require home button. Yeah. Result, players just tap it and they go to the home screen. Yeah, equipment filters are absolutely good when equipping items. I like them all. The best compilation gaming filters I ever saw. I won't touch this hard part for now. A +++ evaluation when refining equipment. +4, +8, +12, +16. There is a separate screen that appears for every item. Players make 5 taps just to get an auto refined to +16. Item. tap improve button, auto refine, choose the ratio, tap OK, another OK, and then if it is all is good, we sell it with +2 more taps. Sell icon is greater than OK. The whole action takes 5 steps. Suggestion to think about mass equipment improvements. For example, adding an extra tab where we could mass improve. Yes, I would be all up for that. I would select everything that's got, I don't know, for example, attack percentage, substat crit rate, substat crit damage, and maybe attack speed or something like that, and upgrade everything to level 8 or 12 and see how it goes from there. I would absolutely do that to all my pieces, but we don't have it. So, for example, adding an extra tab from equipment mass improvement next to the tabs such as refining, ascending, forging, to the right of the menu bar on the screen with items. Results players will be able to prepare all equipment with lower amounts of taps on one screen, then go back to the character screen and try everything they just prepared. Thanks for your feedback. We consider improving more convenient ways to enhance gear, which might be on the form of batch enhancing or multi-pick and enhancement. Okay, so that's good if they're actually finally doing that. I never thought they would. I thought a while ago they said that's not on the card, so you've dipped. But good news if that is happening. Large view of all your heroes, so it's easier to see and share your roster. Like the view when you're selecting gear in the gear changer and hit the swap hero, but better. Thanks for your feedback. We've already fixed this issue. We need an easier way to access gear and artifacts inventory, maybe a quick button on the main screen or even an add tabs to regular inventory. There is no easy accessible besides the selling interface, and it's hard to track what gear or artifacts you own. Thanks for your feedback. We'll consider adding routes that make it more convenient to access gear when improving UI buttons. Okay. On the 19th of September in Dev Insights, you said that Nightmare... this is mine. Hey, well, there we go. I'm going to get an answer. Nightmare 5 will be coming to the game by the second half of the year. Question 37 on this Dev Insight said that you had now moved that, so it was in the future. Could you explain why you did not bother letting the community know about the change? If the question has not been asked, would you have bothered? Thanks for your feedback. We're entering the final stages of production and we expect release of it to the Forerunner servers in February. Okay, I'm hoping they mean this February, but they haven't said that. Also, it doesn't, I mean, I wanted to find out why they didn't say anything more than anything else. They've just said it's coming, which is a bit of a shame because it's good and we've got a Forerunner account, so we'll be able to look at that and be able to play it and we'll be able to get some guides out and that sort of stuff with, so that's all good news. But I'd really liked an answer on why they didn't tell people they had changed the date. If you say in the Dev Insights we're going to release it then if you're not going to release it then just tell us. I mean, we don't mind. I think most people are relatively understanding that things go wrong. Anyway, question 24. Like in Fable 2 and Fable 3, a blacksmithing forging minigame that provides rewards for successful results. Also a bartending minigame for the Dwarven Tavern Guild, similar to the job minigame in Fable 3. And since there are marksmen in the game, an archery minigame with various styles of targets to strike. I do enjoy the various card flip minigames and matching minigames. More variety of minigames would continue to keep Watcher of Realms entertaining. Thanks for the players' feedback. We'll continue releasing kind of minigame events. Okay, yeah, I'm not a big lover of the mini games myself, to be honest, but at least they've tied them into certain parts of the game, which would be more interesting, I feel, and would work better. But we'll see. The reason you guys don't put a pity counter is because of the legit evidence of the terrible rates, which can be used against you devs. Such a simple thing for a multi-million-dollar company is just too much to ask for. Shame, it only shows how terrible you guys are. Of course you won't reply to this either. I just leave it on here every week so that people will know. I'm in hard pit of ancient summons 2 times in a row. That's 400 skulls for 2 Legos. Yeah, that is shocking. Meanwhile, a lot of people get 10 Legos and a minimum of 400 scrolls. Yeah, there are some terrible rates. Thanks for your feedback. The pity counter is currently being made. Please give us some more time to implement this feature. I don't think it's particularly hard to implement. You can already count back, so it wouldn't be that hard to actually put a counter up there that people could see, and you have already said it's coming soon, so you left off how soon, however, so hopefully sooner rather than later. We need better options to get new legendaries. Don't get me wrong, December was an interesting month with various events and a lot of basic summons to get, but in the end, what's the point when the odds are against us? Okay, yeah, I feel like greed has taken over. Yeah, that's not new. Why didn't we get a Christmas gift? We got an apology after Fastidious exposed the pulling scandal. Why not give us the option of a new character as a gift instead of horrendously pulling for one that most of us didn't get? I wanted arrogance and pulled for squat. Same thing with Pope, and today takes the cake when I reach 120 ancients. Tried to get Ingrid and all that. I ended up with a 4th more again. Oh, wow, that's bad. I mean, I was upset when I got a dupe Demi, and I got Ajax. Now Ajax is good, but I can get him off. I can get him off a normal pull and a normal summons. So to get him to reset my pity is ancients is a bit of a blow. I spend from time to time, and it's supposed to give me confidence in your system. It doesn't. It seems greedy and wasteful for the time we'll spend accumulating summons. And don't even get me started on the Shamar. I was pulling for Wukong. Okay. And we'll skip that bit so we don't get banned. I know it's easier for me to get to put the video up. We need to get better, more reliable options from time to time. Thank you for your feedback. We've introduced a new legendary hero during the December Frostfall. Those who are able to attend it by collecting a certain amount of tokens, and we will continue to introduce new events where legendary heroes can be obtained. Yeah, but you gave us this hero, and she is arguably the worst hero in the game. Now, I get that some heroes are just bad, but they are just bad anyway. But you've said that she can hold a single lane in Gear Dungeon 2 all by herself. And I haven't seen that. And then in your review of her, when you said she was a Gear Dungeon 2 goddess, you didn't actually rate her in Gear Dungeon 2. You rated her as a 3 out of 5 star in Gear Dungeon 1 and didn't even put her into Gear Dungeon 2 in what you put forward. So if you are going to give us guaranteed heroes, at least give us better than that, because that is woeful to be called a legendary. Whoever designed it needs sacking, because she is terrible. Right, that's my little rant. I don't like her, in case we glossed over that. So when are you adding more to the summoning pool? I think it's time you did already, and you owe us all for the pools done in the meantime. Thanks for the feedback. We will add more to the Invocation of Spirits and Divine Summonings in one of the future versions. It's not just Maul, is it? I mean, right, okay, there's all these heroes as well that you haven't added, and some of them for a long time. And Beelzebub, for example, you've got an event coming up where we can get his exclusive. Now on the Forerunner, these heroes are in the summoning pool, and on Global, they're not. So you really should match the Forerunner and Global, particularly with like Beelzebub, when you're offering a chance to get his exclusive artifact, which is nice. But what's the point if I can't get the hero? I've got no one to put it on because you've removed him from the summoning pool. Okay, so not just Maul, there's a slack handful of others that should be included as well, and that's only the normal invocation, the spirits summoning. I haven't checked divines or anything like that. That was just quickly done this morning when I saw this question come up. In fact, someone else questioned me about Abuzo as well, because she's not in there. You can see she's up there, fantastic, and she's not in it yet. On Forerunner she is. So I have passed the question on to the game, and I have asked, and I haven't received anything back at this time of the video going live, but who knows, we might get an answer soon. Okay, when will there be another Boreas banner? It's been a really long time and it's already winter. It should be a good idea to have him as banner. Thanks for your feedback. We'll release his banner in the coming version. Please stay tuned. There we go. PvP Meta should be law paper, scissors, stones. Yes, it should. Not just who has the hardest rock or the sharpest scissors. Let's try make PvP enjoyable with a vast difference of meta, not just one. We will continue reiterating PvP content in the future. Meanwhile, we will pay more attention to the experience of strategies and get, no, you don't, and counter attributes in new play modes. Well, you don't do that at all, but you really should, because this is what you see every week. This is the top, it wins, brilliant, and everyone else should follow that because that's what wins all the time. So that is realistically about it. Everyone else will be in Plat 3. That's your arena. Okay, right. My suggestion is about guild, not GVG. I suggest to add a reward system in the guild. Add a guild storage. This storage can contain shards, anything from 5-star hero soldiers, random ancient gear items, which after complete its shards can give random ancient gear, and so on. These shards can be gathered by members. For example, hero shards coming from summoning. When guild members summon, there is a chance to get a certain amount of shards of the same hero summoned. When ancient item shards, you get ancient gear. Who can deal with the guild storage? The guild leader can give his members shards from storage as rewards to players for good contribution in the guild, and there will be a certain amount per month. For example, the leader can take from the storage 10 shards, 10 star hero shards per month, while epic heroes is higher, 20 to 30. Ancient gear shards maybe 10. I'm just saying random numbers because eventually you determine the exact numbers. Please upload the related screenshots. Your form has been submitted successfully. Okay, I uploaded an empty picture, no picture needed. You can determine the exact number of shards given by the leader, determined on the game balance. You can also determine the amount required to complete the shards, for example 50 or 50, 100 or 30. Another suggestion, as I see, pictures can be gathered from team members. I suggest you add a feature that record each member's fight and adding a button on each team to watch their fight. That way, other ways you know how to improve and fight and learn from his mistakes. We're currently making similar features. Please stay tuned. That could be dangerous, couldn't it? I just worry that there is going to be someone who gets ripped off by the rest of their guild. And people who spend more are then going to contribute to their guild more. Are they entitled to more? I don't know. I'll leave that up. Leave that up to everyone else. Looking forward to the option of sending not also the legendary heroes or gear in guild chat, but also demon soldiers as well. How about that? So we can suggest to our guild mates what is best affliction affiliated for the demon soldier. We have already planned to make this related feature. Please stay tuned. Okay, the guild donation system is fine. However, I believe it should also provide guild bonuses similar to Hyperion, but tailored for guild, in which the guild leader can select specific bonuses to improve attack defense. This would help feel like donations are donations. I mean, where are them resources going, and could help balance out GVG. I don't think it will. I think it would just make the powerful more powerful. We are already making related features. Please stay tuned. Okay, so it looks like the guild donations will go somewhere. Whether they go back into the storage system or not, who knows, but it is good to see. When viewing guildmate equipment in GVG, please show the saved gear instead of the live gear, or give us the option to toggle between the two. This section already shows the saved gear rather than live gears. Okay, Odyssey 2 please. Yeah, I'd love that. There are several difficulties that have never been charged in any mission in the game, such as all dungeons, new campaign phases, artifact inclusion 21-22, and more advanced objectives, such as 120k on Semram A2 near the end of the Odyssey. Thanks for your feedback. We will release them in the coming versions and update. As what? So is that an Odyssey 2 that's coming or not? I really like the Odyssey questline. Thought it was absolutely great, nice little thing to do after the storyline. Would like to see an Odyssey 2. It will be harder, but yeah, I think it's a nice suggestion. It would be good if they did it. Or are they releasing them just as separate missions or something? Reduce Aeris deployment cost to 20 like Valk. Its current deployment cost is at 26. It's extreme and will make an otherwise excellent champion unusable in most all areas of the game. Aeris has higher stats and relative higher BP that matches his higher costs, as his excellent performance in GVG and gear dungeons. So there you go. No, they're not changing it. That's the long and the short of it. Can we have a few more features to the best records section in the game, particularly scores and teams composition of Immortal Codex should be included. In addition, I agree that the first clear times being listed, but it would be cool to add a small subsection under them with best clear times. Yeah, the The team's used for things like a gear raid, gear dungeons. My initial gear raid 1 run took like 8 minutes to complete, but now it's down to 3ish minutes. You could also consider including top arena rankings achieved, that's the same team all the time, or best GVG ranks at the end of the season. Thanks for your feedback. We already have plans to add more showcasing content in the records section. We will consider the parts that you have mentioned. Okay, so maybe. Although I don't think the game really lends itself to a fastest time, because quite often you're waiting for things to come up. So I think there's quite a limit over how quickly you can do it, unless you could call forward the next wave when you're ready. If you want us to use your guide generator, then fix it. There is no Titanic Ruins map, so I had to make a custom map. Okay, it doesn't save heroes when I add one to the lineup and get stuck there. Can't remove it. Also doesn't show the lineup. Says the selection on the hero. Also, you're missing some heroes. The fighters specifically, I like it and would be able to use it, but I can't because the bugs. Please fix. Thanks for your feedback. We're currently fixing the issues. Please not hesitate to provide more suggestions on the usage. There we go. That's it done. So highlights what we've got there. And so we have got February coming. That's the big time there coming. And we have got Guild Boss, Nightmare for Guild Boss 1, Nightmare 5. So fingers crossed that works. Possibly Odyssey 2. Not too sure how to take what they've done there. So we'll have to watch and see on that. So there we go. That's the dev insights. I've asked a question about the heroes and going over to the pool. If there's something comes up, I will put it in as a pinned comment on the back of this, on the end of this, on the comment section. Also, when I do a future video, I'll probably put something up about that anyway. So if you'll follow me on a regular basis, you can see that pop up as well. I just put it up at the start or just in the background or something like that, so we know about it. Right, thank you very much for your time. That's quite a long one. If you could leave me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, thank you, and I will see you in a video again tomorrow. I think I've got Sharp pulling to do for the new Ninetales, and we'll see how that goes. Right, cheers, goodbye.